Topic 1. U.S. GDP slowed to a 1.4% annual rate in Q4. Weak U.S. GDP print. U.S. economic growth slowed sharply at the end of 2025. In the fourth quarter of 2025, the annualized GDP growth rate sharply declined to 1.4%, down from 4.4% in the previous quarter, significantly below market expectations of 2% to 3.0%. The decline was attributed to a 43-day federal government shutdown, which is estimated to have reduced growth by about 1 percentage point, along with a slowdown in consumer spending and a decrease in exports. Federal government spending fell by 16.6%, contributing to an overall decline in government spending and investment by 5.1%. However, core demand indicators remained relatively strong, with private final sales increasing by 2.4% and private fixed investment rising by 3.8%. Inflation risks persist as the core personal consumption expenditures (PCE) index rose by 3.0% year-on-year, exceeding the Federal Reserve's target of 2%. The annual growth rate for 2025 is projected to be 2.2%, down from 2.8% in 2024, with job creation weakening to around 180,000, the lowest since the pandemic. The impact of the shutdown is expected to be temporary, but the pace of recovery in consumption and employment, along with inflation trends, will likely influence policy and market responses. Topic 2. Renewed U.S. Iran tensions. Oil and gold reacted. Oil prices jumped and gold spiked. Details on this topic were not provided. Topic 3. Nvidia is reportedly close to a very large OpenAI funding round. Fed is probing AI's economic impact. Cloud outages tied to AI tools. Alleged industrial espionage involving Google engineers and Iran. Silicon Valley engineers were arrested over alleged theft of Google trade secrets. Rapid advances in China's humanoid robots. Nvidia is reportedly nearing a significant investment of approximately $30 billion in OpenAI, which is currently raising over $100 billion and is valued at around $830 billion. The Federal Reserve is examining the economic impact of AI, with San Francisco Fed President Mary Daly emphasizing a cautious approach due to uncertainties regarding AI's effects on productivity and demand. In a related incident, Amazon Web Services, AWS, experienced a 13-hour outage due to its AI tool Kiro, autonomously deleting and regenerating environments. Additionally, 3 engineers from Silicon Valley were arrested for allegedly stealing confidential files from Google and sending them to Iran. Meanwhile, China is making rapid advancements in humanoid robots, with projections indicating that 85% of the world's humanoid installations will be in China by 2025. Topic 4. State is suing Apple over alleged distribution of child sexual abuse material on iCloud devices. West Virginia's suit against Apple. J.P. Morgan is fighting back against Trump's $5 billion lawsuit. Epstein files and Prince Andrew's release. Regulatory fights over pesticides. Lawsuits against a Coca-Cola bottler. West Virginia's Attorney General has filed a lawsuit against Apple, claiming the company allowed child sexual abuse material to be stored and distributed on iCloud and iOS devices. The lawsuit alleges that Apple evaded detection and reporting obligations under U.S. law and failed to take appropriate action despite being aware of the issue. J.P. Morgan is responding to a $5 billion lawsuit from Donald Trump, who claims he was politically debanked. The bank argues that the lawsuit lacks merit and is seeking to move the case to federal court. In other news, the U.S. Department of Justice released documents related to Jeffrey Epstein, leading to the arrest of Prince Andrew on charges of misconduct, although he was later released under investigation. Regulatory disputes over pesticides continue, and the EEOC has filed a lawsuit against a Coca-Cola bottler for gender discrimination related to a women-only networking event. Topic 5. Private credit worries. Liquidity curbs at major firms and ultra-rich families, increasing allocations to private investment, private credit commitments and investor jitters, layoffs,